please welcome to the stage, Florgar Magnet.
All right. You are an amazing human being.
Oh, God, all right.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Alice. Thanks for having me on the Alice
Alice.
Fallon Show.
Alice Fanning.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I really appreciate it on all levels, especially since I get to hang out with little Jack Bowen again.
Again.
We'll leave that for the moment. The reason that I came on the show tonight is, of course, that I'm part of the Magna family, which means that I'm the country's oldest North Carolina hoodoo specialist.
Really?
Out of all the states of North Carolina, hoodoo specialists, my family is the oldest.
Out of all the states in North Carolina,
Yeah.
I noticed you have a food net in your hair.
Is food net in my hair?
It really is in your hair.
I'm pretty sure that it's just a Coors Light hat. Fairly certain, but that it could be
Not
anything.
a sponsor, ever.
Not a sponsor.
Ever.
Nope. But
Unless they give me $1 million, and I'm like, go ahead. Just
yeah, at that point.
I hate your beer, but I'll take $1 million.
At that point, he's up for whatever.
Go ahead, Hoodoo Man.
In any case,
Wait a minute, you're wearing past blue ribbon on your wrist.
Yeah.
Who are you?
As I said, I am up for whatever. Now look at this. Look at this.
Hoodoo.
It's very important that I get across to you that I am a North Carolina hoodoo specialist. I am not any other state of hoodoo. North Carolina hoodoo is very different from regular hoodoo.
How is it different?
Mostly the vinegar base. Now I can see that little Jack is amused by this, but I don't know if you know. I may not have grown up in a bayou, but Jack, you know that I grew up by you because we were neighbors in Alligator River.
Oh.
Yep. Don't act like you're trying to be all uppity, because after all, we back in Alligator River know that you may have deserted your extended friends and family, but at least you have all this fame and fortune.
Fame.
Yeah.
Now that's an example of North Carolina hoodoo. I did mention the vinegar base. Now the way that North Carolina hoodoo works is you use passive aggressive sentences with a big smile plastered on your face, and usually that transfers from your words to your actual subject and makes them feel bad. It's a physical feel bad or an emotional feel bad. Anyway, it's effective. Now,
Can you give me an example of this?
well, absolutely. Now, let's say, for example, that I wanted to make an alligator feel bad. Now, I realize that there are many different cases where you would want an alligator to feel bad, and you want me to be more specific. But let's just go for a general sense. Like, this alligator is my son, and I want to make him feel very bad about the choices he's made in his life. Now, obviously, I didn't bring an actual alligator with me. Jack can tell you all the trouble we had over the years of taking alligators on various public access shows. Oh, the stories he could tell. Hashtag better story. Now, since I obviously could not bring an actual alligator, I brought with me a blow-up alligator hoodoo doll. As you can tell,
It's a birthday hat.
I come prepared, Alex. I come prepared. Now, Alex, the most important piece of a blow-up hoodoo doll, as you might imagine, is that you need to make sure that every single one of your insults sticks. Now, since it's not an alligator and thus it's not made of leather, it's made of plastic. Most of our North Carolina hoodoo involves the Post-it note. Now, for example, as I mentioned, Alice, this alligator is symbolizing an alligator that's my son who's been very disappointing through his life. So, for example, if I were to say, oh, son, you're doing so well for yourself. You know, my greatest love and achievement in my life is the fact that I had kids. None on this alligator, though. For example. Now, Jack, you're sort of an expert at the old Alligator River, North Carolina hoodoo thing. So I'm gonna let you do this next one. All right.
Okay, yeah.
So, for example, if, for example, my son, the alligator, because I had relations with an alligator and thus had a son who is an alligator.
Clearly.
That's how that works. You remember the last time we had this talk.
All about
now, This alligator has been sitting like a bump on a log, or perhaps just like a log, because that's what alligators floating in the river look like. Instead of going out and doing something with his life. So I want you to have a big old smile on your face. Big old smile.
Okay. All right.
A bigger smile. There you go. Flash your pretty whites. All right. Now you gotta smile while you make this alligator feel bad about not having a job.
Okay, got it. Here we
Now,
go.
obviously, he's not your child. He's my child. You didn't have relations with that alligator. And if you did, I don't want to hear it, Jack. She's a beautiful species. Now, I want you to act as Uncle Jack, although you haven't been doing your uncle duties. Avuncular duties. Alice, I can't
duties?
help you. In any case, go for it. Go
All right,
for
here
it.
we go.
Make
Let me
this
try this.
alligator feel bad.
Let's give it a shot. Okay. Get a job.
He's lost his touch,
Did I do-
Alice.
did I
He's
do it?
lost his
Did I get it?
touch.
Did I not
Obviously,
do it?
obviously.
I think I had to say you need a little more vinegar.
Yeah,
that what I
yeah,
did?
yeah. You
that
got it. You got it. Okay, okay.
All right.
Alice, I want you to try. All right. I'm not going to judge. That appears to be one of those jelly bean tasting things. All right. Now,
Do you want to try one? Should we have him try a bad jelly bean, everyone? Yes.
all right.
All right. So Beauregard, this is either toothpaste or berry blue.
All right. I've never tried either.
Jack.
Let's take one. What's this one here?
That one's gonna be either barf or peach.
I've had both of those. Yeah, I can't tell. I'm going to assume that it's both some sort of berry toothpaste. Do they have that these days, little Jack?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, Alice, let's have you try. Make sure that you make this alligator feel as bad as possible. Now,
Is this a tattoo of sorts?
yes, yeah, it's to make sure that I do not die while trying to use the actual alligator, who is also my son, as a flotation device. That is not what he was intended for.
Would you call this a swamp stamp?
Ooh. I would. I probably mispronounce it, though.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right. Now, what do you want to make this alligator feel bad about, Alice?
Not going to church.
Not going to church. you're getting down to the nitty gritty, and I hope that this is an incorrect and just a purely hypothetical situation. Because I'm about to go home and find a post-it to take an alligator out of the house, if you know what I mean, Alice. All right, church. Purely hypothetical. Put it on over the swamp stamp.
It's
I
good.
told you I'd mispronounce it.
I think it was pretty good.
All right.
I just want to thank you, alligator.
Hold on, Alice. Smile. Big old smile. There we go. That's what we were all looking for.
I'm glad you're getting such good sleep and not making it out the church so much.
Oh, that stung. That stung. That stung more than the tattoo gun that was used to make this swamp stand. Very nicely done. Now I gotta say you've got a very nice beard going on there. You as well, Jack. I gotta say that both of you though, you gotta work a little bit on the scraggle.
What's the scraggle?
The scraggle, as you can see, you can't have a North Carolina swamp beard without having a little bit of the scraggle.
I see it, yeah.
If the beard comes in even, you just look odd. Now, are you doing that, Alice?
No, I am not.
Oh my goodness. Jack, we're having a repeat of the blow up hoodoo doll Ouija board scenario of 2009.
That was scary.
That was
That was a
scary.
scary time.
No one was moving the alligator, Alice. Now,
But Beauregard, listen.
yeah.
Before we go,
Before we go.
do you have any plugs for us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alice, before we go, I've got coming up a very special show coming up on the Discovery Channel. This has been in the works for a while. Now, it is a show where I use my North Carolina hoodoo skills to solve murder mysteries of various types. It's a sort of North Carolina hoodoo procedural. You want to know what it's called?
I do want to know what it's called.
It's called Hoodoo It. Thursday nights at 7. It's not based on a true story, but it's still on the Discovery Channel. So thank you so much for having me, Alice. I really appreciate it. And Jack, I'll see you in the river.
Beauregard Magner, everybody. In his elevator. That was fantastic.